Hello there, everybody. In today's challenge, we are playing white. We are queen down. At least we got a bishop for it, but we are winning this even with that kind of material down. So, white to move here and win. The pawns are going in this direction, so we get two pawns here ready to promote, but of course, they are both blocked at the moment. So, with this information, you can pause the video now and see how you can solve this on your own. White to go and win. Go ahead. And welcome back. Did you find it? Well, as you see, the black king is trapped. He cannot move anywhere. The black queen is more or less trapped also. He cannot really go to many places. He will be losing the queen. The only square he can go to is a7. So how can we take advantage of this situation? Well, the first try is to play the bishop to d4 and stop the queen from getting anywhere, but that is losing pretty quick. Then we lose the control over e7. Black can take it. He's threatening to just get his king out and clear these pawns, and the queen will do the rest. Even though we check here, he will just go up, then come to d5, and well, the pawns are lost. So we cannot move our bishop. That's no possible way. So that means we have to allow the black queen to get out. So if we cannot move the bishop, and of course we cannot move any pawns, then we're left with the king. So the key move is, of course, to play the king somewhere where it can be useful later and put black in the zugzwang. So the key move is king to g8. From here, it will be very useful to stop the black king from coming in this direction. And of course, black only has one move to do right now, and that is to play queen a7. So now we let the queen out. But of course, this pawn is one step away from promotion. So if he leaves this area, it can be some trouble. So the next move, I think you figured it out already. It's bishop to d4. Now we sacrifice our bishop, putting pressure to the queen. So let's just see what happens first if he doesn't take this bishop. If he wants to stop this pawn from promoting, he will go back. And then what happens? Well, we can go back with our bishop here and be able to get a draw with draw repetition. But of course, we want to win. So instead, we play the bishop to c5. We're in control of the pawn. We're in control of the a7 square. What we're not control over is this pawn that will start running. But it won't get that far because we will start chasing it. First with the king. Like this, the king will come to f6, which means we are no longer in need of the bishop to control this pawn on e7. Black will make another pawn move like this, and then we simply play bishop to f2. We block the pawn, we put black in a zugzwang again, the king cannot move, the only thing that can move is the queen to a7, and then we simply take it. Of course, black will do his last try, run with the pawn to f2. If we're stupid enough to take it, well, then we're faced with a draw because this is a stalemate. So we're not going to be that stupid. Instead, we're going to promote this and have a checkmate in one move. Let's under-promote to rook, just for fun. This is a checkmate. All right. So, starting over again. King g8, queen a7, bishop to d4, and now we see what happens. If he goes back, he will lose, so instead he tries to take the bishop. Then obviously the next move is going to be a promotion to a queen here with a check. Forced move, black must take on e7. Well, he could put the queen in between, but then we take it with checkmate, so that's not an option. All right, from here, what do we do? Well, we are still a pawn down, and the key to win this is to get this pawn to promotion. Then we have to get rid of the obstacle, which is the pawn on c7. We have to start with taking this, otherwise we will not be able to win. So we take this, well, we take it with a check, so that's great. All right, now we got three moves to look at. Let's see what happens here. Well, then we get this one with a check. The king might come to e5, and we just give a check, exchange, and then run and win. If he instead goes to g5, well, it's fairly easy. We can still just give a check here anyway, and force a queen exchange. And of course, this pawn is unstoppable. Okay. If he goes to e6 instead, it's pretty much the same. We still take this with a check. He can go to e5. We see what happens there. He can go towards the pawn, but we'll have another check. Same idea, like this, and promote the pawn and win. So let's look at king e8 also, the last move. This is not directly obvious how you win this, so perhaps you want to pause the video again and see if you can find the final variation that brings this to a victory. Go ahead. Okay, so there's actually only one move here that wins. If we do take care with the check, this is a mistake. This will lead to a draw. It will allow the black king to come closer to this pawn. We don't have any forcing variation here. I mean, we can exchange, but that will, of course, be a clear draw like this. And instead, we let the king out. So we mustn't do that. We need to keep him far away from this pawn. This is not good enough either. The queen will come in between. And we don't have any other move. We don't even have a check here because that is covered by the e-pawn. And if we exchange, well, obviously, this is also going to be a draw. So, in this position, we need to get the check on b8, not c8. b8 is the only move that wins from here. So, what is this then? Can he just not play queen d8 again? No, cannot. You see what happens? We play c7, we're attacking the queen, we are protecting our own queen, so obviously this is winning. And if he instead moves the king up to e7, well, let's go. Let's take the check here on f8. King is forced to e6 or f6, and we're going to do the same again. If it goes to f6, we can actually get a check here and then take the queen right away. Otherwise, he goes up, and we've seen this before. It was the same variation. We will force a queen exchange like this, and then we will just push the pawn. All right, thank you for watching this, everybody. In this end position here, you can see a link to another video by the same composer, and I really recommend you to watch that video because it's really, really cool. One of the best ones I think I've done on this channel. So click on that one and come back tomorrow for another puzzle also. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.